What is going on, everybody? Hello, happy Sunday, April 13th, 9:09 p.m., Phoenix, Arizona. Hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you guys get notified. We'll see if anybody shows up. If nobody shows up after a minute, that means YouTube is not sending notifications because YouTube sucks a lot of times, unfortunately. So very inconsistent. CJD, what is going on? Hello. What's happening? Just hanging. That's awesome. As long as no rope is involved, it's always a good thing. We'll see if we got if other people get notified. If not, I'm at the end early because because yeah, because yeah, it's not cool to talk to 10 people and only one person's talking. So we'll see. It might not send notifications because so YouTube has this rule that they only send 3 notifications in a one 24-hour period. So if I upload like multiple videos, they don't send uh, a notification for like a live at night. So it sucks. Having a great weekend. Had a great weekend. Busy like always. So back to the grind, right? So Monday morning blues. So that'll be tomorrow. Yay. Did anybody get notified? Anybody receive a notification from YouTube, or you guys just kind of saw me? You guys are on YouTube and saw me that I was on, and boom, just checked in because there's 22 people here. Artist V, what is going on? How are you? What's happening? How are you? Where do your travels take you? Are you in Arizona? Are you in? Because you kind of you go all over the place. That's really cool. Rita Raymond is in. Damn, I don't know if that's well put it or what. Well pin it. We all up in it. Is that what it says? We Washington something. We all up in it in Washington. Got it. That's cool. Is that the name like a town or city? CJD is in Bucks County, PA, Pennsylvania. Very cool. Rita says Spokane Indian Reservation, Spokane, Washington. So there's a reservation up there. That's awesome. That's very cool. I've never been to Washington ever in my life, ever. Isn't that crazy? I hear it's pretty. Yeah, the northwest corner of the United States. I've heard it's pretty. So I know that you guys have like forest areas, right? In Washington, Oregon, California. You guys have like, trees and forest areas, right? So did you guys know during World War II, the Japanese put bombs on balloons like blimps and they sent them our direction? Their intention was to kind of bomb the west coast of the United States, and they have found some bombs, unexploded bombs in like California, Northern California, and stuff like that, which is kind of it's a trip. That's a trip. I never knew that. Still cold in Pennsylvania, and it was 100 degrees here in Phoenix yesterday. Today, I don't know, it felt like 90. We had a lot of cloud cover today, but yeah. So 100 degrees yesterday. Isn't that crazy? Damn. And next weekend is 40% chance of rain. I think it's gonna be like 75 degrees. So I'll take 75 over 100 any day, you know. Rita Raymond, rainforest on the west side of Washington, desert like in central Washington, and pine forest on East Washington in my area. That's awesome. So you got a little different topography or kind of climate, I guess, or what? Rainforest on the west side of Washington, right? The west end, desert like in the central Washington, and pine forest on the east end of Washington. Wow, what a trip. Rainforest, pine forest, and desert. Wow, interesting. So Arizona is there's so there's only two. And it's like right in the middle, right? So in the middle of Arizona down, it's desert. In the middle of Arizona up, it's pine trees and green, and it snows and higher elevation. That trippy. So if Phoenicians, Phoenix people, if we want snow, we have to drive about 2 hours, and we'll see snow. Not right now, but typically in the our winter time. So CJD would love to see Arizona. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot to see. There's a lot to do here. A lot. You don't even have to come to Phoenix. Oh, you do have to come to Phoenix to fly here, but because typically all flights come to Phoenix, but um, I don't think you can fly into Flagstaff. I'm sure there's like little municipal airports, little small airports for small airplanes, but I think Tucson is international. It's an international airport, I think. Never been to Pennsylvania. Uh, there's a lot to see there, right? Declaration of Independence. What else? What else has happened in Pennsylvania? Hmm. So it sucks, man. It sucks when it's frustrating when YouTube doesn't send notifications. It really does suck. So, but there's 45 people in here. I'm talking to two of you guys. Jen Tastical was happening. So YouTube didn't send notifications. That's the problem. So Bree, too lovely. Have you seen Caitlin? I have not. Ramon Martinez, greetings. How are you, Ramon? What's happening? What's going on, Genta? How's your weekend? I think you told me that it was your daughter's birthday, or is it next weekend, but you celebrated it this weekend because of Easter. Is that right? So Ramon Martinez is wrapping up tax returns. Holy crap. So is that what you are? You're like a tax person, or you're doing your taxes? I just did my taxes 2 days ago. Yeah, not fun. Ramon Martinez is a certified public accountant. That's awesome, man. That's cool. Too many numbers for me, like too much math, too much. I wouldn't be able to. I've seen CPAs with their three screens and all kind of Excel spreadsheets, and oh hell no, get away from that stuff. Maria B, what is going on? Hello. Ramon Martinez says, bro, you keep me company a lot of nights. That's awesome, Ramon. Yeah, we're keeping all each other. We're all hanging out together. It's unfortunate that YouTube doesn't send notifications like they should. They suck, but God bless them. That's okay. CJD adopted two kittens. Wow, that's awesome. You know what? I've never I've never really been around cats. I've never known anybody that has cats. None of my family has cats. I've never been around cats, and I don't. I don't know how they live. I don't know what they do. I don't know if you can throw a ball and they get it, bring it back. I don't know if they bark. I don't know if they bite. I don't know if they like being walked. I don't know anything about cats, man. Damn. Bad sport for life. What is going on? Hello. Hello. CJD says 2 boy kittens, 5 months old. 2 boy kittens. So two cats that are boys and they're 5 months old. So like they're little, they're tiny or what? That's really cool. Same mom. What about the same dad? Same daddies? You stay hydrated, man. Sheesh. Same mom and dad. That's awesome. That's really cool. So you know what? You guys know that I have 5 dogs, right? I have the mom, the dad, and 3 of the siblings. So it's kind of weird about dogs is it's kind of weird to see the sons, the puppies. They're not they're big now, but they'll sniff their mom, which is really weird. Like, dude, that's your mom. Like, get off of her, man. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? Like, they're like a rule, like a rule in nature against that behavior. So yeah, that kind of bugs me. I'm like, get your nose out of her, so I'm like smacking them and no, don't do that. Don't do that to your mom and don't do that to your sister, right? So yeah, no, that's not cool, man. Get your nose out of there. So I don't know. I need to teach them manners, I guess. Virginia, what is going on? Hello. 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 CJD says cats do like to fetch toys. Really? I had no idea. Do they get leashes and you have to walk them, or how did I don't really? I'm not. I know nothing about cats. They have 9 lives. Um, um, they, gosh, what I don't know how long they live. Um, I don't know much about cats. I'm just not a cat person. Rita Raymond, did you have a Shih Tzu? So the dad, Milo, is a Shih Tzu, half Shih Tzu and half Shih Tzu and half something else. Then the mom, Phoebe, is half Lapso Apso and Maltese. Maltese, Lapso, and Milo is what I say? Shih Tzu, something else. Cute. CJD takes her 2 puppies or cat kitties in strollers. Very cool. They live to be 16 years old. Wow. I thought dogs are what, 12 years, 14 years old? Some cats live to 20. Damn. Damn. Fernando Lewis in Southern Arizona, higher in chat. I'm late, didn't get notification. Nobody got notified, actually. Don't feel bad, Fernando Lewis in Southern Arizona. Nobody got notified because YouTube is they're kind of greedy with the notifications. So Virginia says, my son manners is bad, but he is almost 18 months and 2 days, but does listen very well and mocks me around. That's awesome. That's cool, Virginia. Your son is 18 months. Wow. So a year and a half, huh? Wow. Here come the terrible twos. Terrible twos. Get ready. Is that your first baby? How many of you guys have kids? I know Jen Tastical, she has 3, I think. I don't know how many Ramon has. Let me see. CJD, if you have cats, that means my son is 36, I'm 54. Okay, yeah, that's what it's about. You're an empty nester, right? Because usually women get cats later on in life, right? As company and whatnot. I think that's what I've heard. I'm not sure, but that's awesome. Maria B got notified. Yeah, YouTube didn't send notifications because I've been uploading too many videos recently, so I get penalized because they're knuckleheads. Thompson 77. Nope, I do not plan to at all. Thompson does not have kids and doesn't want any kids. I think that's what Thompson 777 is saying. Ramon Martinez says one son, 33 years old. That's awesome, Ramon. Gentastical has 3 kids and no cats because she's allergic to kids. That's awesome, Gentastical. No more. Hey, just do what my nephew Isaac said the other night. Gentastical, no, no babies. Yes, tacos. Yes, tacos. No babies. He was like literally waving his finger. That was funny. CJD says, my hubby and I just have cats. That's awesome. That's enough. Jenny E, when I lived in Florida, many said most cats live 8 to 10 years. In California, I think the air is more arid and mostly live about 14, 17 years. My cat from Florida and 14 is, well, okay, summer. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So you're saying is they live longer in California. Got it. That's cool. Virginia says, I had 3 miscarriages before, but I'm done having kids for now. I'm sorry to hear that. 3 miscarriages. Damn, that seems like a lot. I don't know what the average is. I don't know if that happens a lot. Uh, but I know what they are, right? It's when your unborn child, you lose the baby like in the early stage of pregnancy, right? Is what I've heard. So God bless your 3 babies. Gentastical, say yes to taco juice. Say no to baby juice. Okay, just don't do it. Stop it. Ramon Martinez, just 2 dogs now. I sent you a pic. Awesome. Ramon Martinez sent a picture of his dogs. Check out his dogs. Maria B has a son, 4 grandsons, 2 cats, 1 Shih Tzu. Wow. I shit you, you not. I shit you, you not. Ramon Martinez, 2 dogs. Oh wow, check this out. Wow. This is Ramon Martinez, 2 dogs. Very cool. What are their names, Ramon? The size difference is dramatic, right? One's a little guy and one's a big guy. Very cute. So this is the little one's a dude and the big one's a chick, right? Right? Yeah, it was like Cinco de Mayo or something, right? They're dancing or something. Keep the tequila away so they don't make little babies. That's very cool. Thank you, Ramon. Cute doggies. So cool. Fernando Lewis has 2 daughters and a son. That's awesome. Virginia loves food. That's awesome, Virginia. Hey, me too. Ramon Martinez, the old English sheepdog is named Gray. The Maltese is Sherman. That's awesome. Gray Sherman. Hey, Gray. Hey, Sherman. Jesse Trent, what's going on? Hello, Art. How are you doing? I'm doing super good. Thank you. I've been on here for 19 minutes hanging out with 66 lovely people. Unfortunately, YouTube did not send notifications today because I uploaded too many videos in the span of 24 hours, according to YouTube. So they don't notify more than 3. They don't send more than 3 notifications in a 24-hour period. So, period. Period. Rita Raymond has 4 kids. That's awesome. Jenny E says adorable doggies. Absolutely. Katie O makeup. 3 kids and a British bulldog. That's awesome, Katie. It's a lot. So basically, you got 4 kids. If your husband, you got a husband, 5 kids. Holy crap. Katie is busy. CJD, I named the cats Ashton and Slater. So Ashton Kutcher and what's that Slater guy from AC Slater from Ring the Bell or something Bell? S- Saved by the Bell. AC Slater. Got it. Christina Yanez. Where is Angela? You know what? She's not here. She's definitely not here. I have no idea. I did see her today on the streets, so she's probably there. She's probably on the streets where she's been the past 20 some years. Christian Slater, yeah, was he on Young Guns? I haven't heard about Christian Slater in years. Like, does anybody know? Has anybody seen Christian Slater? Holy crap! Let's check in on him. Jantastical has not heard of Christian Slater in a long time, so we need to check in with him. Where you at, Christian Slater? Jolene Hidon, is that how you say your name? Hidon? I think it's Jolene. Holy shit, I need glasses, man. Damn. Jolene Hidon, I think that's how you say it. Have you ever thought about coming to Tucson and do what you do over here? So Jolene, I've been to Tucson. I've interviewed in Tucson about 4 times in the past 4.5 years. I've been doing this for 4.5 years, and I've literally gone there about 4 times to the various, it's basically blues are everywhere in Tucson, right? South Tucson, North Tucson, West Tucson, downtown Tucson. So yeah, I've interviewed a lot of people there, 6, 7 people in Tucson. So I need to go back. I haven't been there in a while, so I definitely need to go back. Jolene, what areas would you recommend I go to, Jolene? Any thoughts? Alora, what's happening, Alora? What's going on? Hello, hello. The question of the night, Alora, as I was asking everybody before you got here, was: do you have children? Do you have children? Do you have cats? Do you have dogs? You have a stray husband? What do you got? You wear retainers. I'm just curious. I do wear retainers, but I'm not wearing any right now. Fernanda Lewis, I have a 5-year-old granddaughter. She T.O. and half Pasqua Yaqui. T.O. is Tohono Odom and half Pasqua Yaqui. Awesome. Very cool, Fernanda Lewis. Very cool. Christina Yanez, Angel should get out of Arizona and come to Monterey County where it is cooler. Awesome. I'll let Angel know. My world in life. What is going on? Hello. Hello. My hubby is a big kid. Husbands are usually big kids, right? I'm kind of I don't know if I would call myself a big kid, but yeah, I want to call myself a big kid. I don't, I'm not very childish, I don't think. But Jolene, Hiron, they smell. What are we talking about, Jolene? What are we talking about? They smell. What's smelling in Tucson? Alora says no kids. Alora is a dog mama. Very cool. Jenny E, I have 3 kids, 8 grandkids, and they all know my cat ranks right up there with them. I have 3 kids, 8 grandkids. That's awesome. That's awesome. Maria B, come to Philly and interview the homeless on Kensington Avenue. It's getting better. The new mayor is cleaning it up. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Philadelphia. So I've been to New Mexico. I've been to Hawaii, and I've been to California to interview different people. I want to go to Nevada. I want to go to like Texas. I want to go to other states to go. What does it look like over there, right? So eventually, I'm gonna you know make my way to Philadelphia. Come to Philly, eat a Philly cheesesteak. Is that what they call it? Chili Philly cheesesteak, right? CJD, I lived in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba twice as a military brat. D- did you like that? What was that experience? I think that would suck living there, right? I mean, it kind of sucks living on the base. I mean, they try to make it as American as possible, but I would feel very confined, like you're just claustrophobic, So, but that's just me. Beautiful beaches. Yeah, I guess I'm not a big beach guy, but yeah, I get it. If you like the beaches, yeah. Jesse Trent says, yes. Do you guys remember Jessica? Uh, at some point, she would start, when she would say yes, she'd be like, yes, like sizzle. I'm like, what is she doing? Why is she emphasizing the yes? Jesse Trent, I used to live in PA, but been here in Tennessee for 46 years. That's awesome, Jesse. Jules, hit the like button. Everybody needs to listen to Jules and hit it, smack it, tap it, bump it, flip it, flick it. I miss Jessica too, man. Where is she? I wonder if Jessica ever like opens up her window, and just looks up at the moon and be like, just kind of, oh, I wonder if Art is looking at the moon right now the way I'm looking at the moon right now. So we could only hope. Christina Yanez, it's hot in Phoenix, especially summer coming up. Yes, it was hot as hell yesterday. 100 degrees yesterday. I don't know how hot it was today, but it wasn't as hot as yesterday. That's for sure. Crown to cross. Are you okay? Thank you for worrying about my finances. Crown to cross. Isn't that funny? Like people come in here and try to shame me or whatever. Like get the heck out of here. God bless you. God bless you, knucklehead. Keep listening to knuckleheads. Keep listening to mentally deranged people, man. Christina Yanez is in Yuma. Very cool. It's awesome how people get I get so it's the internet, right? I get it. Um it's easy to attack people, right? Especially when, I have the balls to put my face and my name, but people get to hide, the internet anonymous, and just spew their BS, So all you could do is just, hey, pray for them, God bless them. But people tend to be different in person. So Christina Yanez, what? You live in Monterey County near the beach. Very cool. Rita Raymond, your videos remind me of downtown area of my city. The blues smokers and the glass smokers took over the city of Spokane. Yeah, I wish there was a. I wish I wish there was like a policy that all cities had to abide by on how to treat the homeless, the people battling addiction. Because let's say Phoenix changes their policy and becomes very they hold people accountable and they'll just let people do whatever. Ah, yeah, you can build a tent right there. You can panhandle all day long. Yeah, you can smoke wherever you want. No big deal. If we did that, people would be coming in from all over the country, and then it would just increase, make the problem worse, basically, right? But what happens is when you crack down here and crack down in Las Vegas, they go somewhere else. Like California is very inviting. So yeah. So if there was one policy, federal policy that all cities had to abide by, then people would get more help, forced help, so to minimize, reduce the problem. So it's crazy. Analog Tom had to go find my login anyway. My cat is going to turn 19 this week. We have the same birthday. You have a cat that's gonna turn 19 years old? Holy jeez, that's cool, that's awesome. Happy birthday, early birthday to your kitty. We have the same birthday. You have the same birthday as your cat? That's really cool. So, happy early birthday to your kitty, Tom. Jesse Trent, I just wanna know, can't you know who be charged with slander? What? I just wanna know, can't you know who be charged with slander? Slander is written, defamation is verbal. So yeah, it's, definitely a lot of defamation out there. So God bless them. Sylvia Zaraswa. Is that how I hope I'm pronouncing your last name. It's a really cool last name. I haven't seen that. It's kind of unique. I haven't seen it a lot. Saraswa. I live in Monterey County too. Beautiful Monterey Bay. I've never been to Monterey. Is that considered Northern California, or is that like close to San Francisco area, or am I totally off? CJD, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Make sure you brush your tooth, and we'll see you soon. Jenny, happy birthday. Analog Tom and Kitty, are you both turning 19? They allowed all the drug and people come from all over Maria B. Oh, you're talking about Philadelphia, Kensington, because so Kensington Avenue is a street in Philadelphia, right? It's like a little section in the inner city. And so I think what they said was, "Hey, homeless people, hey, people battling addiction, if you stay in this area and don't leave that area, we won't prosecute you. You can smoke there, you can sleep there, you can do whatever you want. Just you got to stay right there. As soon as you step outside of that area, we're gonna arrest your ass. We're gonna lock you up. If you just stay in that little area, none's gonna happen. For years, people just it's like a magnet, right? It's like a magnet for all the crazy stuff, and that's what that's. I've never been there, but that's what's been explained to me. I'm like, God dang, why are these people like zombies? Just hundreds of people just knocked out, just like half dead, half asleep because that was the agreement, the little agreement with the politicians in the city, and just stay there, and we're gonna hide you from the rest of the city, right? But I don't think that's effect. You're not really dealing with the problem. You're kind of sweeping the problem under the rug, like you're not dealing with it. You're not dealing with the problem. You're sweeping it under the rug, pretending it's not there. So come on, man, let's do something. Let's make things happen. So Chad test. Hopefully they like the same cake flavor. Tina O, Art Tina here from Albuquerque. I live downtown. You seen a homeless guy walking barefoot yesterday and wearing pink shorts, So sad. I saw a homeless guy walking barefoot today. It sucks, man. It sucks that our city, doesn't do enough, in my humble opinion. But that's just me. Madrid 602. What is going on? How are you? I like your last name, 602. Madrid is your first name, 602 is your last name. Love it. Christina Yanez, Monterey County is cleaning up the homeless encampments and opening more shelters. Yeah. So one of the answers, if I had a magic wand, if I was the president, I would build asylums. I would build asylums, mental asylums. Basically, it seems like half of the people I interview are just mentally gone. They shouldn't have. So it's hard to say like they should. It's like, so Angela, she's mentally ill, but at what point? How much mental illness do you need to take control of that person for as a state, the government, and be like, you know what? We can't trust you to make the best decision for you. We're going to protect you. We're going to protect the public, and we're going to house you in an asylum. You can't leave. So you're not in jail. You're not in prison. You just can't leave because this is the best place for you in society. So I don't know. Why don't we do that again? It's safer in there. Analog Tom, are you going to interview Carla anytime soon? I have no idea. I haven't talked to her. So Destiny, what is going on, Destiny? How's life in Dallas? You doing good? Destiny, is life good in Texas? Jen E says my county is connected south to Monterey. How many beaches does Monterey have? Each beach a different vibe. Both counties called Central California Coast. Awesome. Cool. Never been there. What about nursing home for Angela? Uh, will she stay there? I personally don't think she'll stay there, but that's just me. What do I know? She won't stay. She won't stay at a place that allows her to leave. If it allows her to leave, she's gonna leave. So no, Art. My first name is Mary Lou. My last name is Madrid. What's going on, Mary Lou Madrid? You change your thing, right? Your little handle because I remember Mary Lou Madrid. So what's going on? Hello, hello, Destiny. You just got your your ranch. All good here. How are you? I'm doing super good. Destiny, are there lots of is there a big community of like the people that I interview in Dallas? And if so, would they be in like downtown? Would they be like in a certain section, a suburb of Dallas? Let me know because I really do. So there's two reasons why I want to go to Dallas, right? There's not for balloons, but the main reason is you guys already know I'm a big history buff. I'm an amateur historian. I love all things JFK and Dealey Plaza and Oswald and uh, Oak Hill and oh my goodness, I just I love the history on that. But so that'd be my main priority. Go there for that, and then the second, while I'm there, I'm gonna talk to the homeless and addicted population in Dallas because they are there too. So I just don't know where exactly because I've never been to Dallas ever. I've only been to one city in Texas, and I've been there a few times, El Paso. Isn't that crazy? I've never been to San Antonio, never been to Houston, never been to Dallas, I've never been to anywhere else in Texas other than El Paso like 3 or 4 times, which is kind of a trip to me. But Robert Tovar, what is going on? How are you? Hello. Katie Allison, hi Art. Angela bought tamales. One of my best friends makes the absolute best tamales on earth. That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm not a big tamale person, but you know, I eat them like once, twice a year, believe it or not. Analog Tom, my friend and I are the ones who sent her the package. That's awesome, Analog Tom. Very nice of you and your friend to send her that package. Very, very kind-hearted. She was very appreciative, and I'm appreciative that you have such a big heart that you're gonna send items to a homeless person, and that takes a lot of time, effort, and there's a big cost associated with that because you got to mail that. It was heavy too. So God bless you, Tom, and your friend. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Angel, if there is a possible way to help that woman and not record her, I think that is a good thing for a while. Awesome, Angel. I appreciate your feedback, your suggestion. I'll be sure to file it away. Thank you, Angel. Rosie Morris, good evening, Art. Glad I was able to catch a live. What's going on, Rosie? What's happening? How are you? Christina Yanez, True Angel. I think she would benefit nursing placement where they can fix her arm. Jen Testicle says, all right, let's see how many priorities you're giving me. You're giving me three priorities. History, right? Dealey Plaza, JFK, Parkland Hospital. Okay, that's one. Homeless interviews and Debbie from Dallas. Got it. That's awesome. You know what? Totally slipped my mind, Jen Tastico. Like I hadn't even thought about that, but thank you for reminding me. I gotta go look for Debbie. Destiny says there's one or two suburbs that high schools have weekly meetings. There isn't enough awareness at all. Please come to Dallas. So like where? Like what suburb or what? So you know how so Phoenix has lots of I call them hotspots. I know exactly where to go, different areas because Phoenix is very spread out, like very massive, very spread out, super spread out, right? I don't know if Dallas is up like New York and Chicago or spread out like Arizona, like Phoenix. I imagine spread out because Western states we have more land and we get to be spread out, right? We get to like, extend the elbows. But you gotta tell me, Destiny, where in Dallas? Where is Debbie? Michelle Welchert Art. I've been watching Angela for quite a long time now. Recently, I do not like how others are talking about you. So disrespectful. I'm glad you can ignore the BS. Michelle Welchert, um, you know, attempting to bully a grown ass man, that's stupid. It speaks of your character, your personality, your insecurities, lack of confidence. You're probably abused as a child if you have to try to bully people online. All you can do for those folks is really pray for them because, I'm not full of hate. I'm not full of anger. I don't know these people. They're strangers. God bless them with whatever they're up to. That's the internet. And that's how the internet is. So you have to ignore it, and I'm able to ignore it. They're not gonna ruin my life. They're not gonna ruin my sleep and my peace. So obviously I live rent free in their tiny little brains, right? So um, God bless them. So Michelle Wolchert, you should really try to ignore that though. You should ignore it. If I'm ignoring it, why wouldn't you ignore it? Why would you subscribe? Why would you watch that nonsense, right? Only to come here and say, "Hey, I just I don't know what BS it is, what because I don't watch it, I don't hear it. I just hear it from you guys, unfortunately, because you guys bring it here. So you're kind of doing their bidding, which defeats the purpose of what you just said. Christina Yanez, her arm looks bad. It does. she's not gonna take her arm until it starts hurting. If it doesn't hurt, she's not gonna handle it. So couple has meetings, but Dallas needs help. Downtown Dallas has lots of homeless, and sure, fent is a big problem. Really, Christina Yanez, can they drain her arm? Yes. Yeah, I guarantee you they can drain her arm. Will she allow them to drain her arm? No. So now the question, you're asking the wrong question. Of course, anybody, any doctor can drain her arm. Will she allow the doctor to drain her arm? She will not. I've literally taken her to the hospital. I was right there when they're about to drain her arm, and she said, "No, stop. Don't drain my arm." I was there. I have a video on it. Go check it out. Christina Yanez. So many suburbs. It's very spread out. Dallas to Fort Worth is a smaller sub. Got it. Okay, let me go check it out. Lipoma. Got it. Gentasco. You all shouldn't jump in the dumpster. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. So I've gotten emails, right? Art, shit's gonna hit the fan, and Art, they're gonna arrest you, and Art, oh my, why did you kidnap this person? And I'm like, don't listen to the trash, right? Because all you do is promote the trash. You're spreading the trash, right? The foul odor of trash. So it's all nonsense. It's all just made up, right, in people's head. So God bless them, right? So those asylums I was talking about, right? Asylums, mental asylums are needed for a large portion of our society. Unfortunately, they're everywhere. So sad. Michelle Welcher, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Perry Ochoa, what's going on? Perry, how are you, man? What's Perry Ochoa? You've been sober, gosh darn it. Did you say 18 years, man? That's awesome. I was thinking about that the other day. I think your anniversary is coming up, and I just think that's so cool. When you guys are anniversaries coming up or a relative's anniversary for sobriety, we should celebrate it. We should make like a big deal. That should be like a birthday type celebration, you know? So very proud of you guys. Sobriety is very possible for Angela, for the gentleman that I interviewed today, Alfred, for Miggs. He's been sober 9 months. For Carla, it's possible for Carla was sober for 10 days. You guys remember she was in detox for 10, she was sober for 10 days, but she didn't have the tools to deal with it afterwards. So maybe she needed longer detox, so I'm not sure. Perry Ochoa, 20 plus years anniversary is October 31st. That's so cool, man. We're gonna celebrate it. You didn't read my message because you know you're wrong. Uh, Gypsy, I don't see your question. I see a lot of questions on here, but God bless you, whatever your question is, accusing me of being wrong, whatever. Hey, God bless you, man. God, you don't know me. You've never met me. I probably never talked to you. God bless you. Whatever hate you have, seek help. Shame on you. Shame on you, goofy ass. I'm not here to answer questions from trolls. Like I'm not here to answer questions, that are trying to shame me. You don't know me. You're just taking orders from mentally deranged people, right? So yeah, that's more of a fact than anything else that that you're thinking. But God bless you. God bless you. Dogs, what is going on? Hello. Do I enjoy cooking? I've never cooked in my I think I'm allergic to cooking, actually. I think I'm allergic to the kitchen. I think I am. I didn't we're not gonna meet up until, like, November when it cools down. I wasn't able so I've had a really busy first quarter, at work, super busy. A lot of changes, a lot of changes at work, so, been really busy but I look forward to seeing everybody in probably November-ish when it cools down again, right? Because here comes the heat. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Hell, it's still 100 degrees in October here. 100 degrees. So towards the end of November, like it'll be 70 hopefully. So Kelly Hannes, I'm sure you can handle Barney Fife. I remember that show. What's it called? The Andy Griffith show, right? Barney Fife. That's awesome. Dog says, I'm okay. I've had a rough few weeks, too much going on. Dogs, many prayers and blessings for you to keep your head up, keep going, and don't stop. With the name Gypsy. Gypsy had her mother's murder. God bless you, Gypsy. God bless you, man. Just- that's so funny. It's so funny to hate on a person you've never met, just hearsay, rumor, gossip, innuendo from a certain group of people. So weird. So what a trip. Madi Sunflower. Cyberbullies seek attention. They desire power and control. They suffer from psychological issues. God help them. I was reading that bullies, they were like abused as kids, right? So yeah, they were abused as kids, and they had no control as kids, right? They're probably like especially if you're a boy and you were abused in an intimate manner by another man, by your father probably. Uh, it messes up their 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 psyche growing up. Uh, and so at least that's what I read. I'm not a psychologist, but yeah, I see that with certain knuckleheads. So God bless these folks, man. They need help. They should seek help. Go go talk to your therapist. Go talk to your counselor. Somebody, man. Go seek help because yeah, you need help. Jesse Trent got to be stand up. Gotta gotta be normal, man. In a society that's not normal. We live in a country with a lot of knuckleheads everywhere. So, um, and we don't deal with the issue. We don't. We're really bad in America about dealing with people's issues. We pretend, right? We pretend that um, their issues are not issues. So when you're doing something great, there will always be hate. Yeah, jealousy, ignorance, hate. So you just have to pray for them. Um, so yeah, what do you do? Hurt people try to hurt people. Yeah, hurt people. They're so broken, right? They're so broken that they try to break others. But do you honestly believe that that group of people are gonna like hurt me? Like I'm like the Teflon Don. I'm impervious to silly criticism, lies, falsehoods, rumors, gossip, innuendo. You know, it's just silly, honestly. You know. So God bless anybody that perpetuates those lies. You know, God bless them. That's just it's just not cool. You know, it's just not cool at all. So the good thing is I don't really deal with that. I just hear it through you guys. You know, so if I can ignore it, you guys should ignore it too. So Periochoa ain't nothing worth losing your peace of mind. Yeah, you know what? Peace of mind, live peacefully, unbothered. Uh, yeah, I sleep good at night. I I work really well during the day. I love connecting with people out in the street. I love seeing Angela. I love talking to Frank. I talked to Frank on the phone today. Saw Angela today. I saw BB, 68-year-old grandma that met 11 months ago. She's still on the streets. I saw Chapa yesterday. I saw Dakota today. Really love connecting with them, right? You kind of build relationships with these folks. I consider them my friends, these people, right? Um, I love people reaching out to me. Migs, I've known him for over 3 years. Um, uh, Carla's mom, Maria, was texting me. Was it yesterday or Friday? I think Friday. She was texting me, Maria, Carla's mom. Hey, hey, have you seen my daughter Carla? I haven't talked to her in a long time. Have you seen her? I said, hey, I haven't seen her, and it's been like a month or something. I haven't really texted her recently. She hasn't texted me recently. But she was okay about a month ago. You know, I'll see if here's her phone number. I'll see if I communicate with her. I'll let you know. So I love that. I love being the lifeline, the intermediary, right? So the mom has been deported. She's in Mexico for the past 4 years. Carla's here, and she reaches out to me. Have I seen her daughter? That is so cool. That's like really rewarding, right? I interviewed you guys already Ram. I told you about Ram. I interviewed him 3 years ago. The mom texts sends me a message on Facebook. Hey, this is my son. He's clean and he's looking for a job. He's working, I think Jack in the Box he's working at now. So that's so cool and that's so rewarding. I love it. In spite of these knuckleheads and these gossipers and these drama queens, uh, you know, that's the rewarding piece, right? That's the rewarding piece. There's going to be jealousy and knuckleheads and all that. You just have to just ignore them. You just have to ignore the BS. That's there's always going to be there, right? So Kelly Anderson, I was homeless addict once. It's no way to live. Kelly Anderson, I'm glad you're not homeless. I'm glad you're living the life that you deserve, Kelly. Congratulations. Dogs, thank you very much. I appreciate you. God is using you. I I believe so. I honestly believe, right? I think also God also gives me like armor so I don't have to dwell on the BS from the knuckleheads, right? Because that's the devil lying, right? The devil just wags his tongue all day long and then creates lies, gossip, innuendo, and rumor and drama. The devil does that. He tries to do it to you, all of you folks. There's 100 people in here. The devil every day tries to lie about you, lie about your children, lie about your work, lie about your character, lie about your personality, tests you, and and uh, and we have to be sure that we're full of armor to protect us from the nonsense, the BS, right? So that's why I just God bless them, man. You know, I'm not gonna get mad at people on the internet like random names, right? Knowing full well that in person they would, what are they gonna tell me in person? Nothing, because none of that crap is true, right? so so it's funny. Rachel Berry, what is going on? Hello. Michelle Welcher, what do you think is the next step for Angela? The next step for Angela is for whatever she wants to do, whatever she decides to do for herself. You can't force her to do things. You just can't. You're really stepping on legal boundaries there, man. Where you're gonna trying to force her to do things that she doesn't want to do. So yeah, I I don't do that. I don't force her to do anything she doesn't want to do. She's gonna do whatever she wants to do the way she's been doing it for the past 25 years. So she's gonna do whatever she wants to do. That's her next step. Amanda Blumel. I agree with Charlie, seeing her lose her autonomy, but she needs medical and mental help. 24 lockdown facility. Uh, yeah, I mean, at least she's safe in there. At least she's safe in those facilities, right? For her freedom and movements, evaporate, but she's safe. She's away from substances, right? I call them mental asylums, bring them back, and it's 24-hour, 24/7 lockdown facility. So laws have to change. I can't read your name. Tumax, Kumax, Zumax. You are doing the best job with her. Um, you know what? Nothing wrong with being a friend to people, friendship, and trying to support people as best you can, meeting them where they're at without forcing people. So to me, it's common sense, but common sense is not common, especially to those that are mentally ill. So God bless those folks. Mary Lou Madrid, have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush your tooth. We'll see you soon, Mary Lou Madrid. Mighty Sunflower, let us seek to build others up, not turn them down. Yep. Hey, I try to say God bless you. God bless your little heart is what I try to say to these folks, right? So yeah. Luke Dorado, you can't lock somebody up if they don't want help. Yeah. You're right. Our current laws are exactly that. The old laws in the past where like you're mentally ill, you can't decide. Like you don't have the rationale, the IQ, the mental wherewithal to decide if you want help. So the state is gonna decide for you to protect the community, society, and protect you. So what gives? Because something has to give. Because what we're doing now doesn't work. Letting Angela decide what she wants for her health. Just look at the ball, look at the eye. She went blind from her eye because she chose not to go get help. When alls it is was a simple removing of because the what I hear the most is that it's a glaucoma that never got treated. If you just have glaucoma and you don't treat it, you're gonna go blind. That's very reversible. That can be helped. But she decided not to go to the doctor, so a doctor can't force her to get medical care for her eye. So she chose blindness and addiction. So, because we in society allow her to choose, what she wants to do. We give her full autonomy. And the majority of the time, it's not the best decision, so. Nocturna, boo! What is going on? Hello. Perry Ochoa, if two people petition her, the police will pick her up. Yeah, she's been picked up a lot of times, in their 20 some years on the streets because people petition, but then they got to let her go. Right? They'll keep her for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. They can't keep her forever though, because our laws dictate that you can't keep her forever. So it's just a cycle that she's been doing for 20 some years, almost 25 years. It's a cycle, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Kelly Anderson, I have glaucoma and I have eye drops I do every day. My vision is horrible. I'm sorry, Kelly. Crystal Lena, what is going on? Hello. Hello. Shavana Symington. We used to have a governor here in Arizona back in the late 80s, early 90s, I think. I think 90s for sure. His name was Fife Symington. I think I was in middle school, I think, or high school, probably middle school. And we did a field trip to the capital, to the capital here in Phoenix, the state capital. And they were giving us a field trip of the capital. And in the capital, they have like an underground little tunnel for the governor and politicians to go underneath and out of the building to the parking lot to avoid the press, the reporters, and the 120-degree heat. So they're walking us through there, and then the governor passes through, was walking, was using the little tunnel corridor thing, and he stopped and he was gracious and he shook all our hands, and so that was pretty cool. So I bet most people don't know that there's an underground tunnel in the Phoenix, the capital, state capital. Amanda Blunell, she is a ward of Arizona. If she's a ward of Arizona, the state of Arizona is doing a shitty job of taking care of its ward. They're not really doing much for her if that's the case. So Angela's family has never reached out to me. Charmaine Machon, what is going on? Hello. Hello. Can Rico help her? Rico Suave? Rico Suave. You guys remember? Who remembers Rico Suave? Date yourself. Perry Ochoa is going to know. Charmaine Machon is going to know. A few other people are going to know about Rico Suave. Kelly Anderson. Alora knows. Ramon Martinez knows about Rico Suave. His name was Gerardo. That dude is from Honduras, some like random little country down in the South America, some random little country, one of those little countries down there. He's like a rapper, like a preacher, a Christian rapper. I don't know what he is, but yeah, I think he's bald now because he's always wearing a hat. He's like a Bret Hart, always with that little handkerchief thing. I've never seen Bret Hart's skull. I have no idea what's under that little. I don't know if it's hair. I don't know if it's astroturf. I don't know if it's a what a toupee. I don't know what it is. Perry Ochoa, wasn't he part of the Noodles? No, no, he was on that movie Colors. He was the cholo from Colors. Let me see. His name is Gerardo Mejia. Gerardo Mejia. So this is his. So here, this is Rico Suave right here, right? That's how I remember him, Rico Suave. That's our Bret Hart. That's a Hispanic Bret Hart, and this is him. This is him. This is him in that movie Colors. He was that dude. I don't know what his name was, but that's him right there. Colors. You guys remember the movie Colors back in 1992? Frog from 21st Street. He's like a Milli Vanilli. He was like the Hispanic Milli Vanilli, right? That is crazy. Wow. What a trip. What a trip. Mm. Was that the movie with Sean Penn? Yeah, Sean Penn was Pac-Man. And then that really good actor, older actor. Oh my goodness, what is his name? I love that actor. He's a good actor. The older cop, good movie. You guys haven't seen that movie? That's a really good movie. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but I liked it a lot because I was a kid when it came out. Yeah, I was a young teen back then. Oh my goodness. Rico, suave. Hey, don't be like Angela, right? I asked Angela recently. I'm like, Angela, what are you gonna do when I leave here? Like, what are you gonna do? I'm going to. I don't even know how to say it. I don't know. I'm gonna. I'm gonna love myself. And I mean that's cool, but I don't know if you should go telling that in like in public, you know. And so, but God bless her, man. That's how no filter sometimes with her, you know. So God bless her. So hey, that's very natural. I mean, very natural. So somebody saying, "Oh shit," that's her way of luring art. I assure you, there's no luring. Nobody's trying to be lured. Nobody was lured. Um, yeah, I've told Angela about 50 times that, hey, you know, like me, and you are friends. Me, and you are friends. We'll never be more than friends. I have no interest in you romantically. I'm trying to assist you. Be your friend as best as I can, you know, take it or leave it, right? So she's like, okay, we could be friends. The way you're friends with Frank, that's the way, you know, you're gonna be friends with me, okay? She's like, okay. So I've said that 100 times. Rico, suave. And then the other interview where she says, are you cousins with Shorty? Are you and Shorty cousins? I'm like, what? So out of nowhere, just random, right? Me and Shorty cousins? No, I don't even see the resemblance. She's like half native, half something else. I'm not that, you know. Um, I'm definitely medium. She's like hefty medium, you know. She's like hefty medium. Um, yeah, I don't know where I don't know where she gets that stuff from. I don't know where it comes from, right? But God bless her little heart, you know. She means well, you know. So I think that's her way of like starting a conversation, or I don't know. So he tells a story about the cows on the hill. Yeah, so in Colors, Sean Penn is a rookie cop. He's a rookie cop, and what's the gentleman's name? The older cop. He's a really good actor. Bald. He's been bald all his life, right? But he's about to retire. He's this close to retirement, right? And so Sean Penn, he's like running around trying to arrest everybody because you know he's a new cop, so he wants to. And the cop is like, let me tell you a story about the bulls, right? So got a papa bull and a baby bull. They're on top of a hill, and the papa bull tells the baby bull, "See those cows down there? Wait. Let me go on. So there's this baby bull and a dad bull, and the baby bull tells the dad bull, see those cows down there? Why don't we run down there and impregnate them all?" And the papa bull says, "Wha- wait, hold on. Never mind. I messed it up already. I totally jacked it up. So no baby bulls. stories tonight. And I love Robert Duvall. I love that dude. I really like him. So I saw him for the first time in The Godfather. You guys already know that's my favorite movie of all time. The Godfather, 1975, was it? 72, 70, 70 something, right? So he was very young. He still didn't have hair back then. What in the hell? So, but anyways, yeah, good movie, great actor. I love that guy. So, so yeah, Tom Hayden. Yeah, Christina Yanez. Are you seeing Angela tomorrow? I have no idea. Probably not because I'm working. Maybe I might. Who knows? We'll see. Luke Dorado, Colorado was one of my first hood films. You probably mean Colors. Colors. Yeah. So back then it was hood movies back then in the early 90s. Colors, American Me came out in 92. Um, oh my god. The one with Ice Cube. What's it called? Boys in the Hood. What's the one with that one kid that drives a he steals a Mustang? You guys remember that Juice with Tupac? Juice. Um, and then all the Hispanic, prison cholo movies, American Me, Boulevard Nights, Miklo, which Blood In, Blood Out. So yeah, Monica Hernandez, what is going on? Hello, hello. Nocturna, boo. Have a good night. Get some sleep before you sleep. Make sure you brush the ghost toothed. Charmaine Machon, your nephew is so adorable. He's pretty cute. He's pretty cute. He's not here today, but I'll see him soon. Menace to Society, that one. That was a good. I like that one because was it? Oh, I'm thinking also Poetic Justice. Was that what's her name? The Jackson was one of the Jacksons in that one or no? Yeah, Shavonna Symington, Poetic Justice. That one. Rita Raymond, have you ever seen Dance Me Outside? I have not seen it. Janet Jackson, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. You guys remember that song? Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. That was I remember using that line back in middle school. I literally used that line in middle school. Not crazy. Tupac and Janet Jackson. Very cool. Have a good night, dogs. We'll see you soon. I love Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society. Yeah. Uh, it was sad, Boys in the Hood, when he had a scholarship, right? He was going to play football, and they just shot him for no reason, man. Come on, man. So Charmaine Machon, yes, I saw Juice. Taco or Daddy? Which what are you talking about there? The movie Taco or what? What are we talking about? What are we taco about? Oh sheesh. So, anyways, Secondhand Lions. I haven't seen that movie yet. Secondhand Lions. Please watch Lonesome Dove. Is Lonesome Dove a show? Is it a show? Yeah, I should, man. So with all the recent deaths of our favorites like Val Kilmer, Gene Hackman, um, I get all nostalgic. I'm already very nostalgic as it is. I'm an extremely nostalgic person, right? Just check out my. Nobody asked me about my shirt today. That's kind of weird that you guys didn't ask me about my shirt. Check out my shirt. What is this in reference to? What can somebody tell me what this shirt is in reference to? Go. La Bamba. Not my Richie. Not no God, not my Richie. Why didn't you take Bob? Para bailar la bamba. Yeah, so yeah, not my Richie. So I'm very nostalgic. Like I have to wear this because it's funny because I was in the area where I watched this movie at. So I was in that area today where I watched this movie. It used to be a movie theater, and now it's a church. Right? It was only two theaters back, two screens at that theater, which is weird. But yeah, 1987 when I watched this movie. I was 13 years old, right? Holy 13 years old? Is that right? How old was I? Damn. That was a long time ago, man. Time sure does fly. 1987, Arizona State football went to the Rose Bowl, and I did we lose or win to Michigan? Did we win or lose? I think we won, right? We won the Rose Bowl, but we didn't win the national title, right? Am I right? So, anyways, anything for Salinas. I wish I could have seen Selena. I wish I would have gone to see her. She died in what year? 92, 93, 94. So I was barely starting to kind of go out a lot as a young adult, kind of teenish. So I missed her by a couple years. So I saw like a little video where they somebody took the phone and recorded her in her casket. She looked like she was asleep in her little purple outfit, like the little beady beady bum bum outfit. Sad, sad. Charmaine Machon went to her concert when she was little. Wow, really? In Utah or what? How old were you? Were you like really close? Did you get to experience the awesomeness that was Selena? Did you guys hear that her Yolanda Saldivar, her manager, the lady, the knucklehead? See what I'm saying? Look, mental illness everywhere, man. That was her friend and her manager shot her because of something she did. She was stealing from her. Man, I just and she has the audacity to ask to get out. You're gonna lady, you're staying in there, man. Like you're if I was in Texas, if I was a citizen of Texas, I would make it known to the parole board. We know your names. If you let this lady out, we're not gonna be happy with you. you know? So 19 passed in 1994. I saw her at the Texas State Fair in October of 93. That is so cool. So I was like 19 or 20 years old when she was like, so I was already out. I was already going out. I was like 18 when I was going out to those places. And so uh those I she did come to Phoenix. I just didn't go. I didn't go, man. So that's crazy. Corpus Christi, Texas. That's the only thing I know about Corpus Christi, and it's like I was like, what type of name? I thought it was always Corpus Crispy. What kind of name is Corpus Crispy? Right? Like what does that mean? Corpus Crispy. Like what in the hell? So I had to like Google it. So but that's the only thing I know. In a Days Inn hotel, Yolanda Saldivar, and she recently got denied parole. Good job, Texas. Beady Beady Bump. What's your guys' favorite What was your guys' favorite Selena song? She had so many, man. Bidi Bidi Bam Bam, Como la Flor, um, Cause I'm dreaming. So, like, towards the end of her career, she was gonna start doing the crossover. She was gonna start doing English songs because up until then, she'd always only Spanish, 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 right? To her Tejano upbringing, Spanish and cumbias and Bidi Bidi Bam Bam and all that stuff. And towards the end, she started crossover into the English, um, uh, try to tap that genre, and she would have been successful without a doubt. She would have been amazing, but some idiot, some mentally deranged person, man. What a trip. La Bamba. I read somewhere that there's gonna be another La Bamba. I don't know if it's a redo of the first one or there's a part two. I don't know what the part two would be, but I'm gonna watch it, whatever it is. So Amy Patalano, what is going on? Amy, how are you? What's going on? Kelly Anderson says she should have gotten the death penalty, in my opinion. Yeah, you know what? In Texas, they hand those out like candy over there, man. So I'm not sure why. I think that mental illness, I think it helped her to not get that. So fotos y recuerdos. I used to dedicate that song to my exes back then when I was a kid. Isn't that funny? I'm like 18, 19. Fotos y recuerdos. So back then there wasn't no cell phones, right? So I'm like looking at Polaroids, fotos y recuerdos. She was jealous of her. Yeah, sick lady. Yeah. I think she was I think Yolanda was like I think Yolanda liked Selena. Like she liked her in a romantic way and didn't want to lose her because Selena was about to fire her and she didn't want to lose her. That's what I think, right? So no me queda más. That's a sad song right there, Crystalina, right? I dedicate that sucker left and right back when I was a kid too. No me queda más. Bidi bidi bam bam, no me queda más. Isn't that crazy that so Richie died, how old was he? 17, 18? Can you imagine dying at that age? Like your career hasn't even really gotten off the ground, right? And God, this dude Richie would have exploded, right? Richie Valens. And Selena, she had already her career had gone, taken off. It was nowhere hitting its peak. Like it hadn't. She was not even at the halfway mark of her career, or she had just launched, and she would have been amazing, conquering the world with her music. So breaking down barriers, so that's awesome. That's what she did. Big old smile on Selena, right? That was her biggest attribute. That's all I saw, right? People say her thighs, her knees, her backside. I saw a big old smile. She was always laughing and smiling, and she had a loud, infectious laugh, like very she had like a thick laugh, so like a hearty laugh. So, um, uh, just sad, man, to go out that way. You're shot by like your friend, like your employee. She shoots you. What? She shot her. Like Selena opens the door to leave, and then this lady pulls out like a 357, big old fat bullet, shoots her in the shoulder. Selena goes running, bleeding all over the place because those fat bullets just probably made a hole. And then I think she shoots her twice, I think, and she collapses at the the little office area. Sad, man. Jesse Trent, have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush your tooth. We'll see you soon. Amy Patalano. It was premeditated. What makes it worse, in my opinion? Yeah, it's just. I think the country was in shock. I know the Hispanic community was devastated, man. Just devastated. Just super beyond sad. Um, a young star. It's like if Michael Jackson would have lost his life when he was 25 or whatever. Like, can you imagine all the music we would have lost, all the amazing talent we never would have seen from Michael Jackson if he would have died at 25? Well, that's what happened with Selena. Like, we missed out on tons of music, tons of talent that we didn't get to see. She didn't get to realize because some mentally deranged. You have to be careful with mentally deranged people. Can't really listen to them. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they BS. So it's the devil. The devil will lie, cheat, and steal. Sad, sad, sad. What else? What else is in the news? What's going? Anybody affected by the tariffs? Hopefully everything gets better soon, which I'm counting on that it does. It has to. So United States is very resilient, so we'll get through it. We definitely will for sure, for sure. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me tell you something. Let me show you something. This is Sofia Vergara, and she's ready for summer. Holy jeez. Sofia Vergara posted a picture of herself. She's ready for summer. She said, Sofia Vergara. Is she my age or is she younger than me? What do you guys think? Sofia Vergara. The last name is a kind of trippy, but for some reason I want to say she's my age. Sofia Vergara. 52 years old. Holy jeez. She looks pretty good for her age. Amy Patalano says it snowed here yesterday. Really? Like where you live? Like where do you live? Like what state do you live in? Not don't give it addresses or anything, but like what state do you live in? She's 52. Yeah, she looks pretty good for 52, right? Wow. Um, I remember I remember being a kid in the 1980s. I can't remember who it was, but it was an actress. And I said, "Dang, mom, this actress," and I was 10, 11, 12. I was a little kid. Wow, look at that actress, mom. She's 40 years old, but she looks 20. She looks really good. I remember mom says, "Yeah, but she's a millionaire and she doesn't have to wash dishes, she doesn't have to do laundry, she doesn't have to clean her house, she doesn't have to, raise her children. She just hires people for all that stuff." So 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 yeah. Ms. G, you also look good. Gotta take care of yourself. Thank you very much. I I feel healthy. I feel good. I don't let stress get to me. However hard they may try, I don't let negativity bring me down. Got to stay positive. Drink water. I drink a lot of water. Um, I don't eat too bad. I don't eat the best. I could do a better job of eating. better, but I'm not a big sugar person. I don't eat a lot of sweets. These are my teeth, my original teeth. I've never had extractions. I've never lost a tooth. I brush my tooth daily. I shower daily. So yeah, you definitely have to take it. Never let yourself go, right? Never let yourself go. Don't do that. Carrie Y, what is going on? Hello. Hello. Andrew Lopez, what happened to Noel? The guy in the wheelchair, he had a bad leg about 3 years ago. Is that the kid that had he said it was a spider bite? Is that the dude? Is that the guy you're talking about? Spider bite, Noel? Let me see. Let me show you something. Kids, let me show you something. Yeah, 22 years old. I That was the first time I ever seen that dude. That was the first time I ever seen him. That's the last time I ever saw him. His leg was jacked up, man. It looked like it looked not good at all. It didn't look good at all. His knee. I'm like, dude, why don't you go to hospital? He didn't want to go to hospital, battling addiction. People that are battling addiction, they hate the hospital. It's like you're telling them to go, to the depths of hell to go have it looked at. Dude, like they're not gonna kill you, man. They're not gonna keep you there forever. They're just gonna make sure that you don't lose your leg. Didn't want to go. Just like Angela doesn't want to go, right? It's like, Lulu, she didn't want to go. She didn't want to go. Let me take her to the doctor. What do you do? Alley Cat, what's going on? Hello, what's happening? Christina Christensen. Sophia is so magnetic. She even has a clothing line and she puts a hot spin on fashion. Sofia Vergara. Where is she from? Is that lady from Colombia? Is that where she's from? Colombia? Because she has that thick accent, man. I think she's from over there, right? She has that Colombian look about her. 52. Wow. I don't even, does she look 32? She looks pretty good for 52, man. God dang. Just God bless her, whatever she's doing. Amy Batalano, I had my last child 2 months before I turned 45. She keeps me young for sure. That's awesome, Amy. So, and my second 2 months before I turned 45, she keeps me young for sure. Wow. So that's really cool. For some reason, it's been stuck in my head. I thought women didn't have children after 40, because I've heard a million times that it's dangerous for women to have children after 35, right? The older you are, the more dangerous it is for you and your baby, or the baby could be born, not so healthy. So women, basically just kind of tire their tubes or remove this, remove that to prevent that from happening. So I don't understand all the technical stuff, but that's awesome, Amy, that you had your baby at that age, and I'm glad you're feeling young, and it's really cool. Do it. Ruby Garner, no, Ruby Garnett Rose, Colombia. She's from Colombia. Colombia. That's where Pablo Escobar is from. Amy says, that's what I thought too. After 35, it's a geriatric. Was it planned or unplanned? Just like, oh, hubby, I don't know why I'm having morning sickness. I'm 45 years old. What the hell's that going on? All shocked. So one thing that's always tripped me out is, what do you mean you were pregnant and you had no idea? What do you mean you went to the restroom and you thought you ate a big old fat burrito from Taco Hell, and you thought it exploded, but it was actually a baby popping out. You had no idea you were pregnant for 8 months, 9 months, whatever. Like you had no. How do you not feel like a baby um, growing in your little belly, right? So I don't know, man. There's some mysteries in this life that I'll never understand. I remember that kid with the bullshit story about the bite of the spider while he slept. Oh yeah, the so I interviewed him recently about 2 weeks ago. I just haven't uploaded the video. Yeah, he got bit again. It's swollen again. I'm like, dude, come on, man. So that's what it is. BS stories. That I think it's an abscess, like Dakota. It's an abscess inside, and they feel embarrassed because they're not brushing the teeth, or I don't know what, I don't know all the, but it sure as hell isn't a by spider bite, and then two spider bites in the same place, right? So God bless these folks. Kelly Anderson, my daughter is 32. She's having her first. It's a girl, my first granddaughter. Congratulations, Kelly Anderson. Congratulations to your daughter. Congratulations to you. That's awesome. Great news. Charmaine Machon probably had plastic surgery, and but I would too if I was rich. You think she had plastic surgery? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. She probably did. I don't really inspect her face and all that, but Amy says totally unplanned. Our fourth child was 12 years old and we were done. You thought you were done, right? You thought you were done, and then hey, nah, come back to motherhood. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Who used to say that? Somebody from the Dukes of Hazzard. Surprise, 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 little buddy. Was that no? Was that Barney Fife or I can't remember who that was. Sama, love and hugs to those needy one. Awesome, Sama. Thank you very much. Gomer Pyle. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I haven't said that name, Gomer Pyle, in a long time. Damn, Gomer Pyle. That is funny. So funny. Oh, somebody on Snapchat. I have a sister that's been missing. Do you think if I sent a picture of her, you keep an eye out? That's sad, man. What am I gonna say? No, no, don't send me a picture. Like, of course, send me a picture if I'll keep an eye out for your loved one. Isn't that sad? It's heartbreaking, man. Charmaine Machon has coffee right now. You're drinking coffee at 11 o'clock at night? Holy crap. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Tooth abscess can go to your brain. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Um, Tooth abscess the infection can create septic, right? You become septic because that all that infection gets into your brain, your lungs, through your blood system. Is that not correct? Not a doctor. I just play one on TV, but surprise, surprise, surprise. Charmaine Machon says, no way, my teeth are my main priority, not having any missing teeth. That's really cool, Charmaine Machon. Me too. Look, I have no missing teeth. I love it. Michelle Riojas, what's going on? Happy Sunday to you too. What's happening, Michelle? Amy Patalanos. So I read I'm huge and I stopped there. Like I thought that was a period. I'm huge. Oh shoot, she just had a child. Maybe she's oh no, the sentence is continuing. I'm huge on teeth, health, and always have been. That's awesome, Amy Patalano. That's really cool. You must have married a dentist, a dentalist, right? A fit dentalist. Michelle Riojas is celebrating 27-year anniversary with the hubby. That's awesome. The same hubby. That's really cool, Michelle. Congratulations. 27 years picking up his socks, washing his dirty drawers, uh, having to take Tylenol, 3, 4 Tylenols because he's just giving you a hard time. Women, you guys put up with, you wives put up with so much. God bless you, Michelle. I hope that, hey, another 27, right? So great job. He does all that for me. He picks up your dirty socks, your crispy socks and your crispy drawers. That's Don't lose that man, Michelle. Don't lose that man right there. You got a man that doesn't mind a woman's crispy socks. That's really cool. That's love right there, man. Mr. Riojas, damn, that's cool. You must be the most patient dude ever. That's wow, strong water. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So check this out. You guys want to see something cool? This is how much of a history buff I am. This is how much of a history buff I am. So check this out. Do you see that? Do you see that Winchester cartridge? Do you see the markings? So those markings on that Winchester cartridge are from an 1879 bullet, basically. The year 1879. So what was happening in 1879? In Arizona, mind you. So they found that cartridge in Arizona from 1879, early 1800s, because at that time the Civil War ended in what year? What year? Anybody? Anybody? Don't Google it. 1865, right? So the military, the army, after the Civil War, they're bored and like, okay, let's go out west and they call it the Indian Wars, right? They were fighting the Apache, they're, all this stuff, right? That, we don't agree with, but it's history, it happened. And so it's how America was formed. It's part of our history. And so there were skirmishes between the army, the United States Army, and bands of Native Americans, mainly Apaches, throughout Arizona. So it's documented when they were fight each other. Documented they were fighting right here. So people go with their metal detectors and they're looking for bullets or spent cartridges, and you could easily, as long as you could read the markings, you can know what year that was and you'll know what battle that was. So I can't wait to take my metal detector out there and just find something like that, like history, man. Oh my god, I would love, I would I would love for something like that. I can't wait when that happens. It's gonna be like, you know how Amy Patalano, like when you got pregnant and you're like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, having a baby. Oh my god, right? Or somebody said, oh my daughter's gonna have a baby. I'm gonna be a grandmother. Somebody said that earlier. You know how excited you were? That's how excited I would be if I found a cartridge from 1879. I would be flipping out, man. So yeah. So, anyways, that's Arizona has tons of history like that. So I stay up on that stuff because again, I'm like a little amateur historian. So anyways, Salma says my dentist is a hottie. I sadly lost my teeth due to illness, so had all out and now have full implants. Had to have bone grafting done too. Has been a long journey, but I'm nearly finished. Sama, I'm glad that you're getting help for your tooth issues. Jennifer Lab Mama, what's going on? Hello. Hello. Anyways, gang, I am going. It's 11 o'clock at night. Holy shit! I've been here for an hour and 50 minutes. It seems like 30 minutes, but You guys are pretty cool. There's a pretty good turnout for not having 0 notifications, right? Nobody who is notified, right? Nobody received a notification. So that's a trip to me, but I'm gonna give you guys some love with some balloons right here, right? There's your red one. I'm gonna give you guys some love with some fireworks, right? It's coming up, 4th of July coming up. I'm gonna give you some love with some confetti. I'm gonna laze you, bzz, not glaze you like a donut. I'm gonna laze you. Okay. I'm gonna give you some love. Okay. There's some love. But Aveen baby is a little late to the party. We're all saying bye because we've been here for an hour and 50 minutes. But Sonny, thank you very much. Much love to you, Sonny. You're awesome. Much love to all you folks. You guys are awesome. Have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you guys brush your tooth, and I'll see you very soon. Okay. Bye.